The biggest hack for writing better lyrics, in my opinion, is to write and read a lot of poetry. I'm being so serious. Like, we call all the great, songwriters of all time, we call them poets, and that's for a reason. It's a great tool because you get out of thinking of, how it fits into the puzzle that is a song, right? It's the blessing and the curse of making songs is, everything is so interconnected, and like, it's not just a word, but it's well, where's this word, in terms of the melody, and how do you have the melody to support the lyrics, and the lyrics to support the melody, and then there's like a million different things, and that's what makes it really hard and really fun. But just taking the time to hone in, isolate, let's just think about words in a really, really wide open sort of free space where it's like, don't even have to worry about rhyming, don't have to worry about metrical structure, any kind of form. Like, you can make up words, you can, you could do truly whatever you want. Like, this is the great thing about it. And I felt like, till I really sat down and kind of isolated, like, writing poetry or writing lyrics as its own thing, like, I didn't really grow. I was kind of just running in circles, and like, you get a little better, right, every time you write, but you will make huge leaps if you write like a poem a week, if you write a poem once a month, even. Like, just it accesses a similar but different enough part of your brain that you will start thinking, when you go back to writing songs, in a different way about your lyrics, and it'll be more free and it'll be more surprising to you, which is always a good sign. If you're surprised by what you wrote, the audience will also be surprised, and that's a very important thing. Here are my recommendations, because these are just things that I've read. You could read any of them, really, but Howl by Allen Ginsberg, fire. My personal favorite, As We Know by John Ashbery. I love Ashbery in particular because it's hard to find the words truly to describe like how Ashbery writes. Like, it makes no sense at all, but it makes total sense. Like, it has meaning despite objectively being so meaningless. It's super interesting, so please check it out. And then maybe a little lesser known, but It Is Daylight by Arta Collins. This, to me, was really a wonderful read because she really writes in a way that is similar to song, in the sense that it's really immediate and it's very conversational, I guess, or there are things that's kind of like poetic prose, and it's just fantastic stuff. Like, she can write about the most mundane thing in the most beautiful, reverent, like, how did you get all of that depth from like turkey burgers and frozen peas? Seriously, it's so good. But yeah, man, write a lot of poems, write a ton. And something that I like to do is to think of, whatever I want the song to be about, and write a poem of it first. Write a poem about the thing first, because it allows you to go in much crazier directions that you can then distill down into a form, instead of starting with the form that's maybe rigid and like hoping to make something new or interesting or surprising, if that makes sense. At least for me, I always feel like being very loose and very big and generating a lot of ideas at the beginning and then distilling is a much easier process than like just sitting down and immediately trying to put every single piece together. Like, I can't do melody and lyrics at the same time. Like, I'll either be sitting down at the piano and just doing gibberish, because I can't make the lyrics happen in real time. Like, I have to find the melody first, and then I sit down, and then I put the lyrics in, so that's how I feel. Yeah, man, write poems, write a bunch of poems, and read a lot of poems too, because I think you'll realize too is like how easy it really is to do something that's kind of wild in a way. Like I don't know, maybe this is just me, but like sometimes there'll be songs that I really, really like. I'll hyperfixate on, one or two lines from that song and be like, oh, this is just so perfect. But then I read a book of poems and I'm like, dude, I just read 15 lines that were better than the ones in that song that I really like, in like 4 pages, which makes sense because the poets are the best with the words, right? We're just the lowly, goofy songwriters. We don't really have the same level of mastery. But if you just try a little bit, a little goes such a long way. So yeah, write poems. Let me know how it goes.